Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They want to run it left here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. The run from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Back to pass. It's Carr. Grabs it in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness. And now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keeps it on the bootleg. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Back to pass, it's Owens. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Wide out in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Makes a grab over the middle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Irish! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Dances away again. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Scanning the field, it's Owens. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Direct snap. Past the 30. Off he goes. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 5 teams duking it out right now, man, and check this out. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Owens. He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
When the quarterback gets outside the pocket as a defender, now I'm thinking about the field's cut in half. You don't worry about the other side of the field. It's hard to throw back across your body to the other side. So now the rules are I'm starting to creep now to the direction of the field where he goes. Great job by the...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Here come the Irish, back on offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
To the air on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Defense not showing press coverage. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Inside the 35. Nothing but green ahead. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quick pass on the jet motion. Still on his feet at the 25. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the ground with the back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Going to the ground. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And he breaks into the open. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
Yeah, and how about the 3rd down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the 3rd down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No serve, no boss, get it together.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
21, Texas, 0.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Texas offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. Dropping back, it's Owens. Looking to buy time. Takes a hit as he fires. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Touchdown, Irish! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
That makes the score Notre Dame.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
This one away. Texas.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here come the Irish back on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 28, Texas 7.
Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he's thrown another interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. The Irish send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
The sweet feet buy a little time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They're looking for an advantage to the right. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll go with a direct snap. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Movement here from the tight end. Power football with the run. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.